It's never too late. And here's why. So hang with me for just a moment. So one of the things that I've noticed recently, and clients are telling me, members are telling me, a lot of business owners are talking about, is this idea of we're getting too old, we're running out of time, or we're wasting time and falling behind as well. So I kind of want to come in here and talk about that, because here's what happens. Here's what I know. There is ageism, such a thing as ageism. So we quite often talk about the female and male, and that women don't get as much kudos as men. But there's also an ageism thing. And, sometimes we actually believe it ourselves. So, for example, I remember my parents and grandparents as well, like they got to a certain age when they were too old. That's, oh no, I'm going to sit down. I'm too old. I've heard it just recently with women in particular, not exclusively, of course, but women in particular of a certain age, where they tell themselves, I'm too old to do that. I'm too old to start a business. Who would want to hear what I have to say? I'm running out of time. And quite often a lot of that internal dialogue and external, because as a society, quite often we've decided to put people out to pasture at a certain age. And it's quite frankly bullshit. Because when you're born, you're given an infinite amount of time at birth. Who knows when that will finish? And some people live, I think the oldest person in the world just passed away the other day in Japan, was 119. So who knows if that's you or me? Who knows whether it's not? But the key is that we keep feeling that we have to do more and more and more. And I know this was me for so many years as well. Oh, I just have to do more, and I'm running out of time, and oh my God, I have to do more. And the key is a very wise mentor said to me, and like it really struck a chord. When somebody says something and it just strikes a chord with you. And it's not about doing more. It's about stop doing the things that aren't working. So whether that's in business, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in family, wherever it is in the work environment, stop doing what isn't working. If you're not getting the results and the outcomes and achieving the goals that you say you want to, well, whatever you're doing is leading you to what's not working. So change what you're doing to what will work. And if you don't know what that is, reach out and get some support with that, whether again it's in business, or you need to somebody about relationships, or you're in a job, whatever that is. Don't be afraid to reach out. It's not because you're too old. It's not because you're whatever. I'm going up to another birthday this year, and it's literally just a number. I've heard people say that before, but it is literally just a number. I think it was Walt Disney that said, let me just get this right. Walt Disney that said, laughter is timeless. So those of you that know me know I love to have a giggle. I love to have a laugh. I love to look at turkeys and whatever and change them into meaning. And when we can have that frame of mind, like imagination, he said, also has no age, and dreams are forever. So instead of doing all this stuff that's not working, why don't we change to start doing what is working? Like Salma Hayek, and I have to write this one down in case I'd forget it. Salma Hayek says, nothing better in life than being a late bloomer. I believe success can happen at any time and at any age. And this is where we're starting to see people that are already there. So, and, people that are a bit younger may not have experienced this yet. They may have, I know a lot of amazing people in the leadership coaching space that they're younger, and they, of course, are going, oh no, it's more about, the feminine and the masculine, or the men and women not being equal. But ageism is a thing that's not talked about. And do you know what's a really scary statistic? The highest percentage in homelessness in this current era are women over 50. And that's a little bit scary. Why is that? So we have to, because people won't employ them because they're over 50. And I challenge you, have a look online and see who can you find in their 50s and above who is a highly successful, visible business person right now. They're harder to find than you think. If you don't know how to do it, then get some support. Reach out. If it's in business, reach out to me. If it's in relationships, reach out to somebody who specializes there. If it's about job and career, then reach out to somebody who specializes there. But don't let it go, because it's never, and let me say that again, it's never, ever, ever too late to be great. For me, it's bye for me.